There's things that you know you're supposed to do as a human being. Things that you know are going to improve your life. Do those things. There's things that you know are going to make you a worse person and make your life worse. Don't do those things. Get up early, do some kind of workout, eat good foods, clean your room, make a list of things that you're supposed to do in your life, and then wake up in the morning and do those things. And no, it is not easy, but you're not going to get it from anyone else but you.
You think things are going to just go your way? Well, they're not going to just go your way. You got to make them go your way. You think things are going to just happen for you? Well, they're not just going to happen for you. You got to make them happen.
If you wrote that this is the class that you were signed up for, then be at every single class. Make up in your mind, I will not miss one class. Every engagement I do, I don't care what event it is. When I show up, I'm bringing you the best version of Eric Thomas. No excuses.
Because I'm pissed off for greatness. Because if you ain't pissed off for greatness, that means you're okay with being mediocre.
Nobody owes you. If you want something, go out there and get it. Go out and take it. That's all there is to it.
The standard is the standard. We don't lower it. We compete, we fight, we scrap, we live to fight another day. We don't retreat against nobody. That ain't talent. That's essence. That's core. That's who I am as a person. That's how I get down. That's how I'm coming. That's what that is. And every time you get ready to stop, every time you get ready to quit, that's you as a man. But when you press forward, in the midst of the opposition, in the midst of the adversity, you're building a mentality that's going to sustain you 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now.
As we begin to focus on developing ourselves, as we begin to elevate ourselves and not to follow the crowd, activating the thinker in us and disciplining and putting on hold the emotional part of ourselves, it's not easy, but through practice and practice and practice, practice makes improvement. You can always better your best. You can always go beyond anything that you have ever done. And so all you're looking for are new breakthroughs through practice and practice. You'll get better and better. Because you want some different kind of results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. If you want unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you don't judge according to appearances. Part of being unreasonable, you can see it because you believe it. That's part of being unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. That's part of being unreasonable.
You gotta get up earlier. You gotta stay up later. You gotta execute, and you gotta go from 70.
Are you willing to get your teeth kicked out for your dream? That's why many are called, but few are chosen. Because everybody won't get the beat down. Everybody's not willing to face rejection. Everybody will not talk to 4 people and visualize 5,000. Everybody won't take the controversy. Everybody won't take the heat. Everybody won't hold themselves to a higher standard.
As soon as you write your dream down, somebody about to bust you in your mouth. Whatever it is that thing you say you want to do, they coming at you. The reason why you do what you do is more critical than what you do. Because if your reasoning is weak, you're not going to get it done. Why? Because life is going to beat you upside your head. Life will strip you to the core. Once your balls start tripping, you about to start crying. Once life hits you with a punch or two, you ready to quit. Phenomenally skilled is cute, but it is a phenomenal will that says every time I get knocked down, I will get back up and I will succeed. I will not surrender. But if you're weak, you will be broke. And I'm not here because I'm the best. I'm here because they tried to break me and they couldn't.
Think about your community. Think about your kids. Think about the obstacles and the problems, the so-called problems in your community. Think about them. Osborne said, in life, you will always be faced with a series of God-ordained opportunities brilliantly disguised as problems and challenges. We can't judge according to appearances. We must look at the poverty and the despair and the pain and the stress, and in the midst of that, we see prosperity. We see peace. We see possibility.
I'm telling you to dream your dream because I want you to feel it. I want you to taste it. I want you, just like when the weather is changing, you can feel it. I want you to be able to feel when you're getting closer to it and closer to it. If you are still alive, there's still room for growth. There's still room for improvement. You can still get bigger. You can still get better. You can still be bolder. There's still room to grow and be better.
Get out of your head and into your greatness. You can't stroll to your goals. You keep being casual, you will end up a casualty. Death is not the greatest tragedy of our time. The greatest tragedy is what dies inside of us while we're still alive. Not trusting your gift is sinful because by God it was put in you. I don't know what you've been through, but trust your heart, it will defend you.
You need to use your tongue to validate your gift and look yourself in the mirror and encourage yourself as to how I'm still gifted. I've been through some pain, but I'm still gifted. I've buried some loved ones, but I'm still gifted. I've had some setbacks, but I'm still gifted.
Despite the circumstance, you can win. Despite the giants, you can win. Despite the adversity, you can win. Despite the obstacles, you can win. Despite the situation, you can win. Despite how much money you got in your bank, you can win. You can pull it off.
Why do you do what you do? Why is that important, Les? Because when the storms of life come, and they're going to come, when life pounces on you, and that's going to happen, when it catches you on the blind side and drop you to your knees, and that's going to happen, when people don't come through for you and don't keep their words and don't support you or actively work against you, and that's going to happen, when you want to give up, and that's going to happen, your reasons will be your bridge over troubled waters. You got to know why you're out here, because you're going to get your butt kicked. But you gotta know why you're there, because your reasons, when life drops you to your knees, your reasons will help you get back up. What are the reasons? Write down why you're here. Write down 5 compelling reasons of why you're gonna keep your commitment to change your life. Keep your commitment never to go back to the life that you once lived. Keep your commitment to creating wealth for yourself, to taking care of your children, to be more responsible. Keep your commitment to live a life of contribution, to keep your commitment to be a conqueror, and to act like it, and to have authority and dominion over everything in your life. What are those reasons if life knocked you down, try and land on your back? Because if you can look up, you can get up. Your reasons will help you to get back up again.
What's that thing that's gonna pump you up and get you over that hill? What's gonna pump you up and get you over that mountain? What's gonna pump you up and get you past that disease? What's gonna pump you up and get you past bankruptcy? What's gonna pump you up and get you past that crazy credit score you got? What's gonna pump you up and get you to the other doggone side?
I'm talking about hope. You gotta be able to see it when it cannot be seen. You gotta see it in your mind's eye. You have to see it happening. You have to see yourself writing the book before the book is finished. You gotta see it. You have to see yourself graduating even though the teachers are telling you that it's not going to happen. Even though you got the letter saying you're getting kicked out of school, that you're on academic probation, that you're dismissed. Hope, you have to believe in the unseen. Because if you can't believe in it, you will never manifest it. But when you believe in it, you demand the universe to assist you in what you're doing. And if you can see it before everybody else can see it, then it's going to eventually come to you.
The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. At the end of the day, the person that will surrender is the person that didn't work as hard as the other person. You got to work harder than the other person. So just when you felt like you did that last rep and your muscles are saying, I can't do no more reps, you saying, yeah, you got to do one more. Because right now, you might be doing 5 more. While you quitting and giving up, while you saying, all right, I did enough, it's time to rest, he might just be getting in his zone. In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. Humans do not transition to another level when they're comfortable with the level that they're on. Because you're thinking right now, like, I want a better home, I want a better car, I want a better family. No, that's what you say with your mouth. That's what you say to make yourself feel good about yourself. Because you don't get out of life what you want. You get out of life who you are.
Everybody likes the idea of success. Everybody wants to have millions of dollars in their bank account. But going out and doing those things, going out and building a plan backwards from that point that you want to be and going through the day-to-day actions of building that, you don't love that idea. You like the idea of success as long as it's easy, as long as it doesn't take dedication, as long as it doesn't take you having to do things that you don't feel like doing when you don't feel like doing them. You need to decide if you're in love with the idea of success or if you're in love with success.
You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on.
You can stop at that level, or you can go, I want more levels. I want more levels.
When you start losing, it becomes a habit. That's what's dangerous. And it doesn't just affect you. Now your children and your children's children are going to be broke. Winners win. and losers lose. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture. Life happens to everybody, but winners approach it like victors and losers like victims. Winners win, not because their circumstances change, not because they win the lottery, not because they get this network. Winners win because they change their mentality from being a loser, a victim, to being a victor and saying, I have what it takes. I've got the right mindset. I'm alive. I can count on me. So if you're tired of losing and you're ready to win, you owe you to be a winner. If you're going to be the best, the cream of the crop, if you're going to be the apex, you got to be it, not talk about it. You gotta be it. It has to consume you. It has to take over you. You're putting in work, and just because you can't see the results, you want to quit or give up. I ain't never quit. I ain't never give up. I ain't never give in. I just kept grinding. You putting in the work, and the only reason you pissed, the only reason you quitting is not because you want to quit, because you keep looking up and you saying we 3 in. Who cares what you are? If you keep going, you're gonna break through. The only people that don't break through are the people who scoreboard watching. You stopping working to look at yourself. You not grinding. You glaring. You should be grinding and you looking at the score. The score is what it is. The score ain't about to change because you looked at it. Keep playing the game. Keep grinding. Keep working. And that other stuff will take care of itself. And the process is not supposed to be comfortable. So if it hurts, if you feel like you're under heat, if you feel like you're being pressured, welcome to the big leagues.
You got to do a lot that nobody ever sees or thanks you for or rewards you for a long time. It's delayed gratification. If you do the work consistently, 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. 2 + 2 is going to equal 4. And 10 years work is going to pay off.
The equation is always the same. Every single time, if you do it right, you're going to get the same answer. And most of y'all crying. I'm ready to quit because I put in some time. You might have put in some time, but you didn't put in the time that's required to make your dream become a reality. You can't shortcut success. Ain't no days off. You think because you sick, you can quit. You think because you hurt and you in pain, you can just give up. You think just because you put in some time, that ain't the time. You put in the time coach told you to put in. You put in the time the teacher told you to put in. But you didn't put in the time that life told you to put in. You didn't put in the time that the grind told you to put in. So what? You've been working out for 6 months. So what? You just started studying. So what? You serious. You just got serious 6 months ago. So what? You can't cheat the grind. You either put in the time or you surrender. If it was easy, y'all, everybody would do it. But it ain't easy. But I know you have what it takes to make it happen.
I dare you to block out the world. I dare you to focus only on your goals. I dare you to cut out every single thing in your life that doesn't support what you want to achieve.
You have a chance every day of your life to decide who you're going to be. Are you going to be a winner or a loser? Are you going to continue to live like everyone else? Do what everyone else does? Go where everyone else goes? And never go out of your comfort zone? Or are you going to decide, I'm going to become more? I'm going to see what I can become if I really push myself. I'm going to decide to stop eating like I'm going to get focused on my goals for the year. And I'm not gonna let anybody get in the way of these things I want. You can decide to stop being average and ordinary. It only takes willpower and a full commitment to changing things for yourself. You can do it.
In order to have unbelievable options and choices in your life in your pursuit of your dream, you must eliminate them. You must shrink your focus down to one thing, one business, one focus at one time and master it and get great at it for an extended period of time.
The irony of life is that the more you shrink your options in pursuit of your dream, the more it will open them up in your life later.
What are the things that are stealing your focus? Who are the people that are stealing your focus? You need to begin to eliminate these distractions. Get laser focused and obsessed on what you want. Be starving and hungry to get it. Be desperate to get it. The combination of desperation and hunger with laser focus over an extended period of time is the formula to be great at something.
You've got to be ruthless about it. Be a savage about your dreams. If something isn't helping you grow, if it's not adding value to your journey, then it's dead weight. Drop it.
That includes negative people, bad habits, time-wasting activities, all that. You don't have time for it. Not this year. This year is about get done, about making your dreams reality.
What's the immediate first massive action you're going to take? The very first step, it might be unplugging the TV, removing that app, throwing out the junk food, cutting out a certain person from your life. I don't know what it is, but whatever that thing is that's taking so much of your time and attention and is not improving your life, you got to get rid of it.
So get your head in the game. Turn off the distractions, the social media, the endless scrolling, the binge watching. That's not going to get you anywhere in life. You've got to make sacrifices, put in the work, grind every day. It's time to become relentless. It's time to become unstoppable. Be the savage you were born to be. And go out there and take what's yours.
You're going to have to lose something. Where you're trying to go, you might have to give up some friends. You might have to give up some opportunities. You might have to give up some stuff in order to go from good to great.
You need to develop a single-minded obsession with your goals. Eat, sleep, breathe your dreams. Every action, every thought should be aligned with getting you closer to where you want to be. It's about discipline, about pushing yourself even when you don't feel like it. It's about waking up every day starving for success, ready to tackle whatever comes your way.
And yeah, it's gonna be hard. People will talk, they'll question you, they'll doubt you constantly. But guess what? That's their problem, not yours. Your job is to stay focused, keep your eyes on the prize. Remember, you're doing this for you, not for their approval. You're building a life you can be proud of. A life where you don't have to answer to anyone but yourself.
And everybody talks that talk. Everybody talks about going to the next level. Everybody talks about changing their lives in the new year. Everybody says that this year is their year to become better until it's time to actually do the work. And when it's time to do the work, nobody wants to do it. They don't want to pay that price.
But let me tell you, the price you pay for working on your dreams when everyone else is having fun or slacking off and you're out there working hard, making moves on your goals, will pale in comparison to the price you'd pay if you decide to do what everyone else does.
You gotta be willing to pay that price of discipline up front and deal with that hard head on. It's gonna suck. And that's what's gonna make you great. Do those things that suck every single day of your life. That's how you become better.
If you're gonna get your goal, you might have to get up a little earlier. You might have to stay at work a little longer. You might have to do a little bit more than what everyone else is doing. Because those little bits of extra effort you put in is what will add up to be a monumental difference between where you've been and where you will be in the future. Enjoying more success, more money, more happiness.
And the only way you prove to yourself that you really want it is that you no longer hit the snooze button. You no longer lose focus when you're studying. You no longer take shortcuts. You're no longer playing games. You are willing to do whatever it takes, and you won't stop at anything until you get it.
One day you're gonna look back on your life and you're gonna wonder, what if? What if you really had focused harder on your dream? What if you had really disciplined yourself to make those hard decisions you didn't want to make but knew you should? Right now, you have an opportunity to get rid of those what ifs. You have the chance right now to stay focused on those things that really matter in your life and make your dreams become your reality.
Raise your standards. Your standards are the things that determine the quality of the life you're living right now. As human beings, we usually end up falling to the level of our standards.
For most people, being broke is the standard. You'll accept just getting by, just having enough, doing the bare minimum in their job.
But for some people out there, the rare individuals, their standards are to excel, to go beyond what is expected of them, to have more than enough, to not just serve those they care about, but to amaze them.
In order to get to that level, you have got to start expecting more from yourself.
Stop letting yourself off the hook so easily. You know you can do more. You know you can be more. You know you have more fight in you.
So, you have got to start pushing yourself to strive for not just completion, but perfection. Doing things to the very best of your ability. Doing things better than anyone else is willing to.
You get to a point where you don't care how many hours it takes, how much effort it requires. You just do what you know you need to do in order to create results that will make your life better in the long run.
If you think you're just gonna dream big and wake up to everything being perfect, you're wrong. Life's gonna knock you down again and again. It's gonna test your dreams, pushing you to see if you've really got what it takes. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna strip you to your core, but it isn't meant to break you. These trials are there to show what you're made of, to push out the real you. It's there to push the greatness that's on the inside of you out.
You need to be sick and tired of feeling like a loser, and you got to start acting like a winner. A winner doesn't slack off. A winner doesn't do the bare minimum. A winner does whatever it takes to win, no matter the cost.
Those winners in life embrace challenges. They don't shy away from tough situations. They see them as opportunities to grow stronger. Where others see obstacles, winners see stepping stones to victory. They tackle problems head on without any hesitation because they know that overcoming challenges is what makes them better.
I want you to control what you think about and fill your mind with positive thoughts. If you don't choose what to think about, life will choose for you. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself and believe that you are more than capable. You were meant to do this.
Start planning for what you want because you expect to achieve it. You expect to win. You expect to create a life of greatness for yourself.
If you want to achieve your goals and make your dreams come true, don't do it half-heartedly. You got to go all in. You got to put in more effort and energy than ever before.
You need to wake up and realize the amount of effort you're leaving on the table and all the possibilities you have right now to become more. You can do, be, and have so much more than you do right now, but you got to see that for yourself, because until you do, you're not going to change anything.
I want you to go find out what your life could look like if you stopped paying attention to the cost of every action you're making and started paying attention to the possibilities for working harder. What would your life be like if you started to force yourself to work more hours, to study harder, to do more reps? Question yourself on this, and then go do everything in your power to go find out.
You'll like your life. Change it. You got the power to change the dynamics of your life. You don't have to just take it. Just like whatever it is. No, do not accept that. If you always do what you've always done, you're gonna always be where you've always been. Disruption is having the courage to break out of the box. Break out of the box of normalcy. Break out of the box of complacency. Break out of the box of your comfort. Success is not a comfortable procedure. You gotta become comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you ever wanna be successful, you can't have a new life until you have the courage to disrupt your old life. As long as you won't disrupt what you told yourself you deserve in this world, you will never have an opportunity to walk into what is possible for you.
You gotta start with small steps. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So work on the immediate steps you can take right now today to move yourself forward. Forget about tomorrow. Forget about what happened yesterday. What are you gonna do today to positively create momentum in the direction you wanna head? You need to be patient and engage in consistent action. Big changes don't happen overnight. Your dreams and dream life is like planting a garden. You plant the seeds, water them, and wait. It takes a lot of time and consistently caring for them and nurturing them for it to grow. So you gotta keep feeding your dreams, putting in the daily efforts to step toward them. Slowly but surely, your efforts will pay off in the long run. But you have to give it time and attention.
Each little change you make in your life adds up and starts to make your life different. When you do this, you're planting seeds of opportunity, and with time and care,
They'll grow into pivotal life experiences that will change you as a person and increase your abilities.
Your belief in what you're doing, the effort you're putting in, the dream you're chasing, the belief you have for that vision of your future has to be so strong that it blocks out everyone else's disbelief. You get to the point where anyone else's opinions or judgments on what you're doing bounces right off you and has no effect on the moves you're making.
They keep talking and you keep working. They gossip and make jokes and you keep working. They keep focusing on everything and everyone else and you keep working. And years from now, they'll look over at you and your life and realize that they have nothing left to talk shit about. Because while they were focused on tearing other people down, people like you were focused on building something great of your own.
When your life gets hard, you gotta decide to stand up for yourself. Fight back. Don't let bad thoughts or what others say stop you. Tell yourself you can do it. You can handle it. You're gonna get through it, and nothing small will stop you.
The key is to keep your focus inward. Work on improving yourself, chasing your dreams, and building your future. Let your success and your achievements be your response to their disbelief and negativity. Remember, true winners focus on their own lane, building their path to greatness, undeterred by the distractions around them.
And you have to remember, everyone makes mistakes when trying new things. Mistakes are okay. They're how you learn, how you develop. What's important is that you keep going, keep trying, and don't ever give up. You'll fall flat on your face so many times. People will laugh at you. They'll make fun of you. But as long as you keep trying and keep getting back up and going at it, you'll be the last one laughing, because you will make more progress than those other people ever will. Every time you try something different and go at it again, you're one step closer to the life you want.
So you gotta go for it. Dare to disrupt your old ways. Believe in yourself and the amazing things you know you can do if you really tried your hardest.
Life happens. Things happen out of your control. Now you can either respond to that in the way you should, or you can let that mess you up. It's not what happens to you in life that determines your future. It's how you respond to what happens to you that determines your future.
I fail over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you, or is failure going to make you? You get to decide. Failure doesn't. You're not finished. If you're alive, you're not finished. No, you got another gear in you. So everybody, I can, because I'm capable. I will, because I'm strong. I must, because they counting on me.
It's going to take everything in you that your life deserves the concentrated effort to begin to look at how is it that I can express more of me? How is it that I can bring my ideas out here now? Don't allow that inner doubt in you to talk you out of it, to build a case on why you can't have it, to tell you why you're not good enough. You ignore that inner voice and all of the external voices. Don't judge the possibilities for what you can do based upon the circumstances, because the circumstances won't determine who you are. Don't determine what you're able to do based upon your resources. Don't determine what's possible for you based upon where your life is right now. Where your life is right now is not you. That's just what it is right now. If you're coming back from adversity and devastation, it's unlimited of what you can do. When you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the opposition. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you. When you're uncommon, have uncommon ways. Get ready for people to try and block you and conspire against you.
That person who was your hater, they thought they defeated you. That person who told you you'll never amount to anything, they thought they defeated you.
Use it for fuel. Use them for energy. Put them on the mental Rolodex in your mind. And when you don't want to do, roll through your brain. Pull up that you need. That person who said you couldn't do something. Use it for energy. Instead of killing them with kindness, torch them with success.
Oh, you're being unrealistic. You're dreaming. Yes, I am dreaming. So a lot of people have stopped dreaming. Don't you stop dreaming. You are powerful. You direct the power in your life. Whatever your life is right now, it is a duplication of your consciousness. It's a result of how you have decided to use your power. And you've got the power to change that. But you don't know what has happened to me. It really doesn't matter what has happened to you. The only thing that really matters is what are you going to do about it? I can become upset, nervous, weak about it, or I can say, it's okay. Make it okay. If it becomes hard, then do it hard. But many of us just stop dead in our tracks. I don't know what to do. You do know what to do. You've got genius in you. Challenge yourself, push yourself, make yourself come up with something. See, the universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied, because that is your commitment. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. That's available to you. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, be lonely, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up. Nothing can resist a person that has that kind of commitment.
While you're taking time off, relaxing, chilling out, someone you're up against might be getting ahead of you. They might be putting in more reps, more work, more effort. And while you're lounging, they're grinding, sharpening their skills and getting that edge. Every minute you spend relaxing, they're using to become stronger, faster, smarter. The race doesn't pause because you decide to take a break. Your competition is relentless, and so must you be.
Every single day of your life, you have a chance to get further ahead of those people you're competing with. You have a chance to push yourself to do better. Outperform yourself in anyone you gotta go up against. Every day is a new opportunity, a fresh battlefield where you can prove your capabilities. It's not just about beating the others. It's about conquering your own limits and setting new records for yourself.
You need to work harder. You need to study harder. You need to grind more. You don't become number one by taking days off. You don't become number one by chilling on the weekends or holidays. You become number one by doing what all the other people aren't willing to. It's about the extra mile, the additional hour, the second workout. It's about that relentless pursuit of excellence that never settles for good enough.
And that takes disciplining yourself to do all that you don't want to do, but know you need to. You gotta get yourself when you're feeling tired and feeling weak, and get yourself moving forward toward the mission at hand. It's about conquering the inner laziness, the voice that begs for just one more hour of sleep, one more episode, one more moment of ease. That's the voice of mediocrity, and you gotta crush it under your determination.
The universe doesn't give a that it's the holidays, that it's New Year's Eve, that it's the weekend. Time will keep moving, and the world will keep moving. So that means you gotta keep moving too. You don't have time to stop. You don't have time to slack off. Time is the one resource you can't get back. And every second you waste is a second lost from your journey to greatness. The clock is ticking, and it's ruthless.
Success isn't gonna wait for you. You gotta chase it down. If you're stopping and starting constantly, you won't ever catch it. You gotta be consistent. You gotta never let your foot off the gas, never stop, never quit. It's about that relentless pursuit, that unwavering focus, that unstoppable drive that separates the legends from the masses.
All the average people in the world are gonna think you're crazy. They're gonna call you a psycho and not understand why you're working so hard. They won't get it, and they don't have to get it. The only one who needs to know why you're putting in this work is you. Let them talk, let them wonder, let them doubt. You're not here to make sense to them. You're here to make miracles for yourself.
So when your competitors are sleeping, you're working. When they're out having a good time, you're working. Because when you do this, while they're dreaming about how great it'd be to be number one, you'll be living it. Your dedication is what turns dreams into reality.
You gotta have the strength of character to read, to digest information, to work on yourself, to work on your craft. on your abilities, on your ideas consistently without letting yourself slide into complacency, holding a higher standard than anyone else is willing to, doing things to the very best of your ability. It's about that relentless self-improvement, the constant striving for knowledge and mastery that sets you apart.
You have no idea how great you could become if you tried your hardest. You could become 10 times, 20 times better than you are right now. Your potential is unlimited when you're willing to do whatever it takes. Imagine the heights you could reach if you pushed yourself to your absolute limits.
The only thing standing between you and your utmost potential is the amount of work you're willing to put in. So you gotta go all in and witness the transformation of yourself.
You may not have that natural talent or a gift for creativity or intellect. You might not have any of those things. But what you lack in those things, you can make up with effort. You can decide that you will outwork everyone.
When you need to do 45 minutes on the treadmill, you do 46. When it's supposed to be 20 phone calls, you make 21. When it's supposed to be an 8-hour workday, you work 9. Whatever it is, you always do one more.
And what that does is it makes you eventually think you're doing things other people aren't willing to do, so you should get things other people aren't gonna get.
You've got to understand, it's not about what you were born with. It's not about what you were given or where you started or even where you're going. It is entirely about what you plant at the center of your soul, how hard you're willing to go after something, how much focus you're willing to put in your life, and how often you come back to that level of intensity for who you want to be.
But you gotta understand, kinda is lethal. There's so many kinda people. Most people kinda want a career change. They kinda want to get straight A's. They kinda want to get in shape. But if you only kinda want something, then you're only gonna kinda get the results you want. You can't just kinda want that thing. You gotta want it with every part of your being.
Will you struggle? Yeah, you're gonna struggle. There's no way around it. You're gonna fall so many times, but who's counting?
If you want to make it to the top of your field, top of your class, top of your industry, then there's going to be sharp ridges that must be stepped over. There's going to be times you get stressed and things you get depressed over. But let me tell you something, struggle and criticisms are prerequisites for greatness.
That is the law of this universe, and no one escapes it because pain is life. But you can choose what type, either the pain on the road to success or the pain of being haunted with regret.
If you want to win at anything in life, there's one battle you got to win first. The battle inside your mind. Real struggle ain't external shit that's all around you. It ain't the test you got to pass, the race you got to win, the weight you got to lift, the business you got to start, or the bills you got to pay. The real battle is in your mind. Your mind is a battleground, and the real enemy is after one thing, your mind. It's out to worry you, stress you out, break you down. It's out to make you quit. It's out to make you think you can't get up, make you give up on your dreams. The fight you got to win is in your mind. Get to work. Every day, start training your mind to believe that you can do anything you want to do and be anyone you want to be. Stay focused, stay motivated, but most importantly, stay strong. If the enemy within is in check, then the enemy outside can do you no harm.
If you want to live your best life, you gotta do me a huge favor. You gotta watch them choices you make. People make bad choices, they wake up and make another bad choice, then they make another bad choice. Now they got a habit of bad choices, right? And they like, how did I get here? Choices. You trying to get to certain places, but you ain't making the choices that's gonna get you there. You all in your feelings. No alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up. My drive wakes me up. My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and have whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game? You gotta begin with the end in mind. So whatever your dream or your goal is, you gotta wake up every day to it. You gotta go to bed with it. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You gotta read stuff. The music you listen to, everything you do, gotta pour into that dream. I didn't get to where I am. I didn't get here being lazy. I didn't get here binge watching TV. I didn't get here taking days off. I personally know what it takes. One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime. If you're a student in school, try harder, study harder, and focus more. You got this. That athlete that's out there, and you're not training how you're supposed to.
Go 10, 15 minutes harder. Bob, 10 more reps. You have to work when no one's watching. You have to train like there is no tomorrow. Day after day after day. You can improve just a little bit every day. That's the effort you need to be great. That's the sacrifice that you have to put in order for you to get to the next level that you need to be at. In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on. You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your up and get to where you're supposed to be. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live. You gotta keep every single day of my life. I feel like giving 120. Every single day. I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. And your grind has to match your dream. You can't play as much as you used to play. You can't go where you used to go. You can't do what you used to do. And now you gotta pick your grind up. And I need you to wake up every single day, and I need you to use your 24 hours like you've never used it before.
When you have a dream, that dream will always be tested. Life is gonna see how bad you really want it. It's gonna throw so many problems in your path. You're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose loved ones. You're gonna face disappointment constantly. You're gonna feel lost and won't know what to do or where to go.
This is where you discover what you are really made of. Are you going to crumble under the weight, or are you going to rise, stronger and more determined than ever? It's in these moments of uncertainty and pain that your true character is forged.
If you really want it, like you say you want it, you will find a way. You'll stop at nothing to reach it, because that's what winners do. They don't sit around and feel sorry for themselves. They get their up and move forward. They don't allow the pain to stop them. They use it as fuel to go harder. Winners understand that the path to getting to their dreams is not supposed to be easy. Every challenge, every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become even more unstoppable.
And that's exactly why those roadblocks and issues are there in the first place. They're there to push whatever that dream is that's on the inside of you out.
So you don't stop when you're tired, you stop when you're done, when you've executed.
Those days, you don't want to get up and get to work? You gotta think about the people you're doing this for. When that alarm goes off and the last thing you want to do is get up, you remind yourself, I'm doing this for my wife, I'm doing this for my husband, I'm doing this for my kids, for my family, and for myself, for my own well-being, for making myself a better person, to become more, to do more, to have more.
And when you can think about those things, you can go one more mile. You can go one more hour. You can go one more day at work. You can push yourself to do more than you thought you could.
Because your skill will only take you so far. Your average instincts will only get you to a certain point. But when you have mental toughness, when you become gritty, when you build your willpower, when you develop that ability to go through really hard, when you really don't want to do it, when everything sucks, when it's miserable, but you can force your mind and body to get the job done. That's when you will reach greatness and make it happen.
In life, we all hit points where we've got to choose between giving up or going all in. It's at these moments we got to remember, we're not defined by how many times we've been knocked down, but by how many times we stand the...
This whole thing is about realizing you got this wild potential inside you, and all the tough stuff you gotta do is just the key to letting it loose. Picture yourself staring at a huge mountain. It represents every single doubt, fear, and challenge you've ever faced. But inside you, there's this fire, this unstoppable force saying, I got this. This will not stop me.
Think about it. Every monumental thing that's ever been done was once thought impossible. The world's full of stories of people who said and went for their dreams, who stared down the storm and came out on top. You're no different. You got endless potential and strength like no one's business.
And when you dream your dream, I want you to know there are thousands of other people who want exactly the same dream. You're not the only one who wants to be number one. You're not the only one who wants to go to the NBA. So what do you have to do? You gotta outwork, outgrind, and outperform every last one of them. You gotta eat it. You gotta breathe it. You gotta sleep it. Every single thing you do in your life has to pour into that dream.
You dedicate yourself to that thing you want, and you block out everything else. You don't allow yourself to get pulled off course. If it doesn't support the direction you want to head, you tell it no. You have to make these sacrifices. You have to give up stuff in order to go up. Every single person you look up to, they had the strength to go through all the crap and mud in life to get to the highest peaks. Because they were willing to push through all the judgment of others and the pain of failing over and over and the tears when everything was going wrong. And because they fought through all of that, they get to enjoy all of the money, all of the support, all of the love, all of the success that I know you want to reach. And if you want to get to that level, you got to become relentless and not allow any of the painful things turn you around.
It's in these trenches that legends are made, where you mold yourself into the titan you're meant to be. You don't just survive the storm. You learn to dance in the rain, to take those hits and keep moving forward, to get rejected over and over and keep moving forward. Driven by the raw, unyielding desire to see your dream realized, doing whatever it takes, paying whatever price. You keep grinding and keep fighting, because you know, on the other side of this hell, is the life you've been fighting for.
If I can take it, I can make it.
If you can take it, you can make it.
If you can just keep believing when nothing in you is working, when all your external forces have given way, if you can just manage to somehow keep hoping, you have a chance. You just can't become hopeless. If you can just keep hope alive, you can make it. Because if you keep hoping, it is really faith. You just gotta transpose it into I hope this happened to I believe this can happen.
Life is like a grindstone. It can polish you or it can pulverize you, depending on how you position yourself.
There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. It's called if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it.
Every time you find yourself saying that you can't do something, putting yourself down, being negative about you and the possibilities for you, you've got to literally catch yourself. And you've got to affirm to yourself, hey, no, I can make it. There's some way this can happen for me. You've got to remind yourself that you've got powers within you, talents within you that you haven't even reached for yet. But once you give yourself an opportunity to try and to experiment with your life, to stretch, you'll find out you can do more than you can ever begin to imagine. You've got to say yes. Yes to my dreams. Yes to me. Yes, I can. Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about what I've done. I can make it.
I don't know one that is successful that doesn't take inventory of every comment that anybody has ever made to them. Every time somebody doubts them, they get pissed. And when they get pissed, they go out and do productive things. They don't dwell. They don't sit at home crying their beer. They go to the gym. They get their business plan together. They do whatever it takes to smash people in the mouth with their progress. Build the kind of life that says, I told you so, without having to say a word. It's about taking what people say you can't do and shoving it down their throat. 100 to nothing. That's how I operate. And that's how you should be thinking about it too.
Effort is isolated. Nobody can dictate it. Effort is 100% in the mind.
Don't give in. Don't be like everybody else. Don't give up. Don't settle because things are hard. Don't let people talk you into their life. become stronger, become better, become faster, become smarter, become more productive.
When life stagger you, the thing that'll get you up on your knees and keep on fighting is, it's possible. If I just stand long enough, I can pull this off. I can do it. I'm putting it out here. I'm not going to rest until I have it. It's necessary. I'm going to do it. Because whatever you have to do, it's worth it because it's your life's purpose. And once you know that, it is done.
Stress, depression, and not believing in what you are. Your confidence. Those three things will destroy any dream.
Your imagination is the evidence of things not seen. Because your imagination, you the only one can see it.
Regardless of how serious your condition might appear to be, in spite of what the doctors might have said to you, in spite of the pain, what I want you to begin to know is that it's possible that you can survive. You have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
Your history, it's not in charge of your destiny. You gotta move on. You gotta let go of the mistake. You gotta let go of the guilt. Your future, it's bright. I hope it's this anchor.
When there's hope in the future, that gives you power in the present. Before anything can take place, you've got to believe in your heart of hearts that it's possible that you can be this.
You are powerful. You might not like conflict, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Either way, you're gonna have to deal with it, so either you deal with it on the winning end, or you deal with it on you got punked. You make that decision. Are they gonna punk you, or are you gonna stand up for yourself?
We've got to acknowledge what we're feeling, but also connect with that part of us that knows that you're powerful. And that your circumstances, they don't determine you. You determine your circumstances. You've got to mobilize your mind and your spirit. It's possible that I can beat this. It's necessary that I do this. I'm not through yet. I got some things I've got to do. I'm going to control my own personal economy. I've got a dream I want to achieve. I am the captain of my ship. I'm going to control my destiny, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to do the work. I'm not through yet. I'm not going out like this. I'm going to fight.
If you fight and do not give up, if you fight and do not surrender, if you fight and you do not bend, if you fight and do not break, you will break that thing that's coming up against you. So fight.
When you get to a point in your life and you feel that you have hit the end of the road, that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to work harder. That's when you have to shut out all the noise and listen to your passion. Listen to your heart.
When it boils down to it, I'm a go-getter, and I'm a flat-out go and get it. And nothing will not stop me from getting it. I'm gonna give everything I got to everything I'm involved in, because that's just the way I'm cut. You don't have to give me a reward for it. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's how I'm supposed to rock, and that's how I'm supposed to live my life. No, I'm gonna live my life a certain type of way, because this is the standard of excellence that I should possess. That had nothing to do with the outcome. That's just how I'm cut. I'm gonna go get it because I'm built for it.
Let the other guys quit. Let him quit. Let him go. Let him get out of the game. When it gets hard and you're tired, you want to just quit and give out, they're getting tired too. You know what I love? Who's gonna quit? If you make a choice right now that I will never quit, what I want, what my goals are, what I'm after, what's being successful and me being happy means to me, that's what I want, I'm not gonna quit till I get that. Ever. I will never quit, and then I'll protect it until I die and keep elevating. If you'll make this decision right now, you will be unstoppable. You will be unbeatable. And I don't care how many times you fail, you will get to where you want to go. Let the other guys quit.
You keep going. You keep trusting. You keep believing. Learn to walk alone sometimes. To be strong when you need to be strong. To understand that not everybody will be with you. Stop looking for other people to lift you up.
when you are down. I have to be the one to take the steps. I have to be the one that make the mistakes. I have to be the one that may fail from time to time. But I mustn't never give up. When everyone else wants to quit, I will stand. When everyone looks down on me, I will stand. When everyone thinks that I don't have what it takes, I will stand. But I will not bow down. I will not give up. I will do my work. I will make everything count each and every day of my life. And I must be willing to do what I must do to get where I need to be in my life. I refuse to say that I don't have it. I refuse to say that I can't do it. I must stand. I must work. I must believe. I will fight. I will work. I will push. And I will never quit on me.
They get a good night's sleep with rest and cushion. I'm gonna wake up, they're gonna be hungover. I'm gonna wake up before they even know what hit them. Choices we make, guys, that leads to differential being remembered, forgotten.
Greatness never goes on sale. It never goes on discount.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
Success is never on discount. Success is never on sale. A Bentley, you never see during Christmas. You never see the Bentley commercials. You never see Rolls Royce say, please come buy us. Why? Because a Rolls Royce, when they make it one at a time. And they take their time and they handcraft it. It never goes on sale. The Bentley never goes on sale. And some of y'all in this room, you want your dream to go on sale. It's never gonna go on sale. But if you want to be average, they giving the average out. They got discounts on goods. But if you want to be great and phenomenal, you got to pay blood. You got to pay sweat. You got to pay tears. And you got to pay every single day. There are no shortcuts to greatness. To be great, you got to be all in. To be great, you got to get 120. To be great, you got to put forth effort every single time, every single down. To be great, there are no days off.
You want to be that one that every day, whether it's raining, snowing, sleeting, you come and you bring the energy that it takes to function at the highest level every day. That's the person you want to be every day of your life.
Champions aren't found on the podium with their hand up. No, champions are found in the lab studies, the thousands of hours of hard work when no one's watching. That's what makes the will unstoppable. When you're in here and no one else is, and you're pushing yourself harder than anybody with no one around, forced to suffer the discipline today, so you never suffer the form of regret tomorrow. That right there, guys, is a spark that catches flames.
Let's say you just started a business. You decide, hey, I'm going at 10 years. You understand at the end of 1 year, if 100 people started at the same time as you, 75 have already quit. After 3 years, 95 of them have quit. After 8, 9 years, 1 or 2 of you are left. Just lasting long term and sticking around long enough gives you a chance of winning. You'd be amazed at how many people eventually give in because it just gets tougher and tougher. So eventually the price tag gets too high for most people and they'll sell out their dream. But someone who really wants it bad, who's gonna win, none of that stuff gets them off their dream.
You might not win it today, but your efforts done today, even the failure felt today, are all measures that create the moment later. And if you failed on the way back and got there, and you got knocked down, found intentional forward to get back up, try that same endeavor, then you find yourself victorious in that endeavor, that's the sweetest victory of all. That builds a confidence that's unbreakable.
Most people work the hardest when they're trying to reach the top. Once they can get to that $100,000, once they get to that $1 million, they've worked as hard as they can work. The great ones work even harder after they get to the 100,000, harder after they get to the million, harder after they're famous, harder after they've got a big following, harder after they get that promotion. But most people work hardest to get them, and once they have them, they don't work as hard to keep them or to grow it. The great ones work even harder after they get what they want. You have to have the mindset that you are not going to think like everybody else. It doesn't make a difference how smart you are. It doesn't make a difference where you were born. It doesn't make a difference what you have. If you are willing to outwork everybody else, you can be and have and do whatever you want to do.
You can achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other What you need is straight up brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world.
For the next 2 years, all I'm gonna do is get good grades. I didn't date, I didn't party, I didn't drink. I literally didn't leave my dorm room. I worked. I put my head down for 2 years and I just worked.
It is not enough to go out and execute. You have to start thinking on a different level. You have to set your standard on domination. Whatever job is that you're doing right now, your job should be to dominate every other you work with.
It will never go your way, guys, if you're saying today is good enough. If you never say good enough today, I promise you tomorrow will always be enough. Whenever good enough isn't enough, you can bet tomorrow you'll have enough.
The weight of the challenges and the trials of life can drive you into the ground. And that weight can wear you down and break you.
Life is gonna break you.
You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun. And all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat.
I love the fact that it took me 20 years to get where I am. Because here's the thing, you could take every single thing away from me right now. You could take away my business, take away my house, take away my cars, every dollar I have. And guess what I have left? I have the last 20 years of skills. I have the last 20 years of experience. I have the last 20 years of understanding what it takes. And nobody could take that away from me.
My arm and my hand is paralyzed. My heart isn't. My mindset isn't. My spirit, my disposition, my attitude, my dedication, my commitment isn't. It didn't penetrate it. It didn't hit me in my soul because I control this narrative, man.
That can't break you. Only you can break you.
The key is you. Products don't win for you. Systems don't win for you. IQs don't win for you. College degrees don't win for you. You win. The difference is you.
If you would just stand up for yourself, if you would just stop letting people push you over, if you would stop being afraid of conflict, if you would just say, you know what, I deserve this too. Everybody can't respond and everybody can't recover. The only thing you got as a man, your character, your integrity, and what you stand on. That's the only thing you got. When it's all said and done, the only thing you got as a man is what you stand on, what you say, what it means to you. It's about the sacrifice, the honor, the work, the commitment level, what you had to go through in order to get to this moment, being battle tested. I'm talking every single day. I'm talking every single rep. I'm talking every opportunity. If there's any fear in your spirit right now, it ain't for you. There's warriors, man. There's for soldiers, man.
A warrior says, hey, I'm here again today. I'm here again tomorrow. I'm gonna be here the next day. I'm 50 years old, I'm after it. It's a person that puts no limit on what's possible.
Adversity is nothing but an opportunity to show what you're really made of. So now when I see adversity coming down the street, I open the door. Adversity ain't got to knock. I open the door. I welcome. Hey, come on in. I've been waiting for you. I got somebody for you. That warrior inside of me, he ready for you. Yeah, that soldier inside, he ready for you. Let's go. What we doing? Because I know once I defeat you, once I embrace you, then there's a next level that's gonna be unlocked. There's a higher version of myself that I'm going to meet, and the warrior inside of me is gonna get stronger.
You gotta see beyond the circumstance, see beyond the season, see beyond the hour. The other side is just inches away. The other side is closer than you think. The other side is within your grasp.
When running a 26-mile marathon, you're going to hit a wall, that 18-mile wall. Every runner, prior to getting there, everything in their bodies, their muscles, everything in them tell them to give up. They just want to surrender and get off the track. And many people do. Many just say, hey, it's not worth it and go off. Many start, but few finish. And that few that finish, that just keep on there in spite of the pain, in spite of the agony. They just keep on. And once they break through that wall, they know when you get past 18 miles, you're not going to turn around. You're going to go the rest of the 26. Now it's just automatic. Is that a question of whether or not you will do it? It's done. And I'm saying to you, as you're working on your goals, I can tell you that you're going to have the 18-mile wall in your life.
You don't know what's ahead of you. And that 70% you giving right now, a trial or a tribulation might come. A storm might be coming, and it's going to break you if you at 60.
When you talk about toughness is like the movie Troy. Achilles, he was a warrior, he was a dog. And he wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the most imposing figure. They're like, why ain't nobody beat you yet? Like, why don't you retreat? He said, that's your problem. You base your greatness upon what you up against. He said, so if you up against somebody you think you're gonna dominate, you the man. He said, but when opposition, adversity, or challenge present, we don't know what we getting. We talking consistency. He said, but I want what all other men want. But when opposition hits, when adversity hits, when the challenge hits, when the blood, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted. Toughness.
When the going get tough, the toughs get going. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And you are tough. You're made of some special stuff. When you refuse to turn around because of obstacles, when it gets rough, when you say whatever price I must pay, I will do that. It's done. When the course is set, everything is in alignment. You have done what you're supposed to do. You've flipped through the hoops. You've gone through the obstacles. You've done the preparation. Once you get rolling on the track, once you get started, it's done. Why? Because you're building up momentum. It's done. It's done. It's done in you before it happens out here.
What do I do when my situation does not line up with my expectation? Where I am is not where I saw myself being. I think some of us in this room, we're giving up on our vision, the what, because the how got hard.
How bad do you really want it? How bad you want it, huh? You're gonna lose all of the materialistic things you have. How focused can you be? You're gonna lose your job, and people who you thought will help you won't be there for you. How positive can you be now?
The greatest opportunities require the most grit. If you want more from life, be prepared to pay for it.
I wish I could tell you I just woke up one day and I just made up my mind to live a life full of joy. That's not what happened. I had to open the closet. That closet that I had been stuffing pain and fear and failure and depression in my whole life. I had to open up that closet. I had to stare it all dead in the face. I had to cry. I had to go half crazy. I had to embrace that trauma and accept the darkness. The shift is being willing to die to whatever we were before the pain to birth the person that we're becoming.
And you gotta believe even if there's no reason to believe. When you see those things that you've been working on just crumble in your face, you still got to believe. When friends who should be a source of strength and encouragement, relatives who should be there to inspire you and motivate you and tell you you can't do it, you still got to believe. Oh, in those moments in the middle of the night when doubts start creeping in your mind and you wonder whether or not you have what it takes, and sometimes you wonder if you're going crazy and you don't know if the clock is going to run out before you can live up to your dream. You still got to believe. With no money in your pocket and you don't know how you're going to make it, you know your paycheck's gone before you get, you still got to believe. Sometimes feeling lonely and crying and feel like your back is pressed up against the wall. You got to believe. You want something? You make up your mind. I'm making up my mind. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to do it. You got to talk to yourself sometimes. You hear me? You got to talk to yourself. And yes, I was scared. And yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. And you get more no's than you do yes. But when you hold out, things will begin to happen. You won't even understand how. But you got to make up your mind that you deserve it, that you want it, and won't do without it. You got to make up your mind that whatever it takes, we know there's no free lunch in life. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it so I can get it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Oh, no, it's not going to be easy. Some people say, well, it's hard. If it's hard, then do it hard. You have an unconquerable soul. You can stand up inside of yourself. You've got to learn to stand up to yourself inside yourself and short circuit, override that conversation that's always going on. 85% of what that conversation will tell you is negative. It will tell you you're tired when you really are not tired. It will tell you you can't do it. It will fill you with fear. So you've got to watch that conversation. And when you find it going on, you've got to stand up to it and say, shut up! I'm going to do this anyhow. I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not to do it. And I'm not going to let you stop me.
You need to be aggressive. You need to be demanding. You need to be in control. You need to be decisive. You can't tell me no. I work too hard. I get up too early. I stay up too late. You can't tell me no. Play your hand, doggone. Play your hand. You are alive. Stop crying about your hand and stop wishing you had another one. Play your hand. You got it going on. You don't. You can do it. I can because I have the ability to do it. I got what it takes. I will because I'm strong and I can overcome any obstacle. I must because they count on me. I dare you to find the strength. I dare you to stand up and show them that there's no stopping you.
They asked Thomas Edison, say, how did you continue to go on? How did you motivate yourself after failing over 10,000 times and inventing the light bulb? He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways that did not work. You know, you're here today, you're gone today. You can't get out of life alive, so start living it with a sense of urgency and live it on your terms. You don't know what you can't do.
Don't let this negative world get to you. Don't let it win.
If you develop yourself, if you prepare yourself, there's a great deal of negativity out here in this world. But you have got to begin to insulate yourself mentally and don't allow it to penetrate your shield. You've got to learn how to exist in the world and not allow the world to exist in you. It's a difference between being a thermometer and being a thermostat. A lot of people are thermometers. They fluctuate with life. Things are going well, they feel good and they're positive. They have a yes, I can attitude. Things don't go well, now they're depressed. But then when you are a thermostat, you don't let the circumstances determine you. You go into a negative situation, you'll make it positive. You must be patient, persistent, and positive no matter what. Because when you are negative, you're sending out negative energy and you're blocking your good. Wherever you are in life, you've got comeback power. I don't care how low you are. I don't care what you have done. I don't care what you have experienced. I don't care how devastated your life might appear to be. The shambles it might be in. There's a power in you that can enable you to be stronger and better than anything that's out here. So you got to prepare yourself. You've got to develop yourself. You've got to practice. You've got to work. You've got to do your homework. You've got to do your research. And competency builds confidence. And confidence feeds into competency. The better you become, the more confident you feel. And the more confident you feel, the better you want to become. You realize that you have no ceiling. That you can better whatever you've done so far. You can go beyond that.
We gotta look our trauma in the face. We gotta embrace the pain and the darkness and allow it to mold us. The dark times are when we build higher, dream harder, push further, love deeper. We gotta become something new. You take those terrible events in your life and you create a new story of triumph.
If you resolve within yourself that you want now to build a new life for yourself, you want your life to go in another direction, you now want to begin to manifest your greatness and call on the creative energies within you to help you to create a new future for yourself, that you will give your total being, every ounce in you, whatever has to be done, you will do whatever is required, and if that's not enough, you will do some more. And if you resolve that, I say to you that the universe is on your side. I say to you, some doors will open to you. If you develop that sense of purpose with your life,